Alright, here we are at stage where we want to reattach the insole to the last. I have marked where the front of the heel plate is on the bottom of the last, so I know where to crimp my nails to, and I know where to end my welt. The welt will come just past the end of the nail plate. And so you want to try and hit the old holes on the bottom of your last and match up so that you know that your insole is in the right position. Grab your favorite hammer. Alright, so you're going to get some wing dividers and set them to 1/8 of an inch. And so what we're going to do here is scribe all the way around 270 degrees, and that will be the outside edge of our holdfast. So choose your favorite knife, make sure that it's sharp. So now we want to come along and cut this off at a right angle, create a nice inlaid edge all the way around. So this has become the outside edge of our holdfast. The inside edge will be about 1 centimeter inside of that. And then this becomes a spot where the stitch and the welt will lay, creating a nice tucked in look when you're inseaming the welt. And now we're going to make the inside of our Holdfast channel with a 1 centimeter space. Alright, and repeat step 1, but this time we're going to focus on the inside here. We want to try and leave this Holdfast here alone. We don't want to compress that, you don't want to dig into it, you want that to maintain its structure. And then we're going to remove kind of a strip, a wedge all the way around the inside so that we can get our awl down through it. As the purpose of the Holdfast is to replace gemming, which is when they glue and occasionally sew a canvas strip onto the bottom and sew through that. This is much more durable and professional way to make a quality piece of footwear. And now to remove this material here, you can do it a few different ways, whether you're using your knife to almost skive out the material. This is definitely the most efficient way. It allows you to get a nice clean cut. Just focus on where the tip of your knife is when you're doing this, so you don't accidentally slice through the Holdfast. If it's easier to work in small pieces, don't worry about getting a whole big chunk cut out. I like this shape of knife because I can ride the dull edge of the tip along the end of the Holdfast and kind of just roll right along. So our objective here is to create something that this is your stitching awl. And so you want something that will, creating this channel cutout here so that you can come down, push through, and exit in your other channel. And so this rib, the Holdfast, will hold the stitching all the way through. I wouldn't recommend going much thicker than 1 centimeter with your Holdfast. There's just, you end up needing so much thread to sew through everything, and it just is inconvenient when you get into the waist of the shoe. If you need to move a nail, go ahead and move it out of your way whenever you need to. But so here, yeah, you can see I've got good depth on both sides, and so we're going to continue around and do the rest. Alright folks, there you have it. Very own Holdfast. Let's zoom out here. So you've got a nice 90-degree channel here, and then this angle cut in there, and you've created a Holdfast. Now, fun part about making boots, get to do it all again. Alright, happy making, guys. Alright guys, so the next step to mark holes along your Holdfast, I like to do 1/4 inch spacing using your wing divider. It's important to get the corners exactly where you want them, so I like to start at the corner and then work back, start at the corner and work back, and then make sure you have even spacing across the front. And so our goal is to go from this guy here to having all your holes pre-punched. Try and get them through at a consistent height on the back of your channel. And then I do like to mark an even line around the heel while I'm here, and so I know that that is where I want to bring my edge of my leather to when I'm lasting, and then that way you end up with a nice even ring of nails. Alright, I'll video some of me punching these holes here so you get an idea of the technique. So your essential tools are a good curved awl, and then beeswax. Start just behind the heel plate. I like to get at least 1 stitch behind there. Start from the outside, and then just like that. Let's continue. I do like to do this when the leather is a little bit more dried out, so that the insole isn't flopping around on you, and yeah, it's actually easier if it's a little bit dried out. Holds its form better. Things to be careful of here, not to dig too far down, because you'll pierce through the insole and poke holes in it. We don't want that. And you don't want to come up too high on your inside of your Holdfast. You want to either be, you know, down at the bottom or right in the middle, I find to be, or maybe just a little bit below the middle to be the best. So on, you know, at a certain point here, you have to make your turn, and you want to kind of extend the angle of your turn. So I like to aim for this nail about, you know, 2 fingers back from the front of the last, and then when you're coming around this corner, keep aiming for the same point. So the holes on the back will be closer together, and the holes at the front will be the same distance apart. And that is your goal here. And now that you're around the corner, you can start straightening out and just going perpendicular to your sole edge. And there you have it, folks. That is a complete insole. Right on. Well, I hope you guys have fun making insoles and found these last few videos interesting. Let's see what you want to watch next. Okay, peace.